Hi, View Crew. It has been a long time coming since this episode. I am so glad to be back into the studio. I have missed you guys so much, and I know it's been a long time coming for this one, but I think that there's definitely a reason that I'm supposed to be here talking to you guys today. I mean, a lot has happened since the last episode. I know I say that like every episode, but I'm a girl and things change and things happen, and so here we are. And I want to take some like inspiration from Wizard Liz for a little bit because this is kind of an episode of like we don't need men. I know in the episode last and the episode before that, I was a little bit on a high about someone that I had met, but you know what? I always say give it the 3 month rule. Always give it the 3 month rule. And I was a bit trying to jump the gun a little bit with this person because, I thought that they were the one for me, but I just had to be humbled a little bit. And I just had to remind myself who I am and that I don't need the bare minimum. So this isn't like an anti men episode, it's more of an anti need. So, today's conversation is for the woman who is tired of overthinking texts, romanticizing the bare minimum effort, and feeling anxious instead of calm in love. And that is huge for me because I thought that this person was calm and I thought that this person was peace. But you know what? They're pretty good at putting on a front for other people. And I believed it until I saw their true colors. And then I was like, holy shit. Like, you have not dealt with any of your inner trauma. You have not dealt with the trauma from your past relationships. And I'm not going to be your therapist and I'm not going to sit here and be your healer because I've done that before and it never ends in the right way. So, confusing chemistry with chaos. And I want to say this gently but clearly. The reason dating feels exhausting is because too many women are dating from need and not from choice. So, like, I want to make this very clear. Like, I do not need a man in my life. It was a little bit I was caught a little bit blindsided when this relationship ended because I really thought that this was like an end all be all, but then I had to like quickly remind myself like nothing lasts. Like no relationships last forever. Like everyone is going through a breakup. Like Alex Earl's going through a breakup. Wizard Liz just had a baby. She went through a breakup. Like, you know what? It's just something that happens and it's something that's part of life. And you just need to learn to pick yourself up and start over. I don't care how many times I have to start over. I will not settle for the bare minimum and I will not be put to the side while everyone else is out living this happy lifestyle and I'm just stuck with somebody and I'm with somebody but I still feel alone. You know what I mean? When you need someone, you give them power over you. When you don't, you observe. So I did a lot of observing in this first little bit of our relationship, and I kind of like let them know that like I liked them and vice versa. And I reciprocated all of the feelings that they were giving to me. Um, Little did I know it was all going to be backfired in my face. Like a couple weeks later, everything I confessed to this person and used against me and weaponized towards me. So, and observation is where clarity lives. So, if you can keep a clear mind and know that you are the priority and put yourself first, this will be really easy for you. You will be able to decipher if somebody's really being true to your heart or trying to use and abuse you. So, this episode is about returning your power, not through anger, not through bitterness, but through detachment, self trust, and alignment. So, why like needing men is a trap. Needing a man often looks like over explaining yourself, staying when your intuition says leave. And I cannot tell you guys, my body was literally rejecting this man from the beginning. I started breaking out so bad. Like, literally, my skin is perfect right now. And I'm a week after this breakup. So, like, my skin was breaking out. I was getting like really sick to my stomach. And the night that we ended things, like a couple hours before we ended things, I had this gut instinct to leave his house because he was literally over at his ex wife's house for like 3 hours while I'm sitting in his basement at his house waiting for him to come home. But that's besides the point. While I'm on the phone with my mom during this time, my gut is like, you need to leave. My mom's like, what is your gut telling you right now? I'm like, it's telling me to leave. And I prayed. I sat there and I prayed over it. And I said, God, give me the strength to get through this. Give me the strength to, guide me in the right direction. Like, if this isn't for me, you need to tell me. And so I had enough respect for him to like sit around and wait for him and talk this out with him. But in that moment, my gut was telling me to leave. And as soon as he said the words, I do not have it in me to fight for you, I knew I was not wanted. I knew I was not welcome. I quickly packed my things at 3 in the morning and left his house. He even was like, are you leaving my house at 3 in the morning? Yeah, I'm leaving your house at 3 in the morning. I know when I'm not welcome. And if you're going to sit there and say you don't have it in you to fight for me, I'm not going to sit here and fight for you. Staying when your intuition says leave. So, like, obviously, listen to your gut. Your gut is always right. Us women, we have this second nature in us to innately understand what our gut is telling us. Like, we have this motherly instinct, this second nature, you so will you. And it's just something we need to stand by. And it's something that I truly believe. And after that night, I was like, okay, I always have to trust my gut. My gut was telling me right. So, accepting potential instead of behavior. Like, obviously, everyone has like potential, right? But it comes down to their actions and their behavior. And this man's actions and behavior was not aligning with what he says he's going to do, right? So, he's mixing and dabbling in some things that I don't want to say on this podcast, but it's definitely affecting his mental health if his mental health is already not tortured. So, he needs to figure out his own demons and figure out his own shit before he gets in another relationship, because in my mind this man is not anywhere near having being ready for a relationship. And good for him for noticing that and being honest with himself and being honest with me. And I'm just glad that I got out in time and that this wasn't a year down the road and I'm pregnant with his baby. Hoping consistency will come later. Consistency will never come later. In the beginning, he definitely love bombed me the same way that his ex-wife probably love bombed him. And the fact that, this is the best relationship I've ever had. There's been nothing like this. It finally feels like living. And then a couple weeks later, completely shifts. Like, can't even call me babe, can't even hold my hand, barely touched me, calls me dude not once but twice during our conversation. He wonders why that upsets me. He can't possibly see how that could affect me. I'm sorry, I am not your dude. No man can ever call me dude. I am a lady, and I'm your lady, so either act like it or get the fuck out. If you feel anxious around someone, they are not meant for you. Listen to that again. If you are anxious around someone, they are not meant for you. Anxiety is not love. It's your nervous system sensing instability. And when you need someone, you ignore that signal. So it's important to know that you will never need a man. You can take care of yourself, you can put yourself first, and I know damn well I'm going to be okay. So it's more of like a woman who is fulfilled alone is impossible to manipulate. And I'm okay being alone, and I was still manipulated. So if that tells you anything, I definitely have a lot of self work to work on and a lot of like growth to do. Obviously, like I'm not perfect, but I can recognize that I'm kind of a good fish in the sea. You know what I mean? I'm a good catch. And look how cute Stella is. I forgot to mention her during this. She's like sleeping right behind me. I didn't even want to disturb her, but she's sound asleep. So I know that I can walk away. I'm not afraid to walk away. Let me tell you that. So, like, why we are conditioned to like center our lives around men. So, like, from childhood, we were taught to be likable, be chosen, be agreeable, and be desirable, not powerful, not grounded, and not sovereign. Shara 7 is like almighty to her. Shara 7 often says something very blunt. Men pursue what they respect, not what they pity. And need creates pity. It creates an imbalance. He's going to see, oh, this poor little girl. No, I am not a poor little girl. I can handle myself. And sorry I gave you that illusion. I was just trying to be in my soft feminine era. It creates an imbalance. It creates a dynamic where one person is auditioning and the other is evaluating. And there was an age gap and there was a little bit of a power struggle with that. And I felt like he definitely felt like he could control me more because of the age. So I will definitely be open to that next time and a little bit wiser next time. Wizard Liz speaks often about how this energetic imbalance is the moment you stop trying to impress, you become impressive. Because effort that comes far from like repels, presence that comes from wholeness attracts. So just be yourself, come with what you are and who you are. And unfortunately, I thought that I could be that comfortable around this person, but next time I'm going to have my guard up a little bit higher because it didn't end well. So detachment is not cold, it's holy. So, detachment is not ghosting or emotional shutdowns or playing games or avoidance. I'm not trying to get this mixed up here. Like, it definitely has um, power. Detachment is trusting God and finding yourself within God. I am a lot more, like, I'm a lot happier. And I feel like the whole inside of me is filled by me loving God. So trusting his timing and trusting yourself. And I definitely 100% trust myself. And I'm just going to have to trust myself a little bit more next time and not give it all up for one person. Wizard Liz frequently teaches what is meant for you will not require you to chase. Do you think he's sitting in bed wondering if you've texted him, wondering, oh my gosh, does she love me? Does she love me not? No, they don't give a shit. All they care about is shitting. All they care about is eating food. All they care about, really, when it comes down to it, men only care about money. They care about making money. They care about having a hot girl on their arm. And if you happen to be hot, then you're definitely going to be shown that way. But you still need to have a level of respect for you that's higher than anybody else in the room. I don't force clarity. I don't beg for effort. I don't compete for attention. You either meet me in alignment or you don't meet me at all. And that energy, it's kind of magnetic. So keep it going, keep it moving forward. I had options before him. I will have options after him. It's not the end of my world. It might be the end of his world. He definitely has a lot more to lose than I do at this point. So, why not needing a man makes you feminine? It does make you feminine. It makes you more feminine because this is what people get confused. They think independence equals masculine, but they think softness equals dependency. But no, true feminine energy is self contained. So it's often explained the idea that feminine energy flows best when it feels safe within itself. When you don't need men, your voice softens, your body relaxes, your decisions become more clear, your boundaries enforce themselves. And something similar to this is the most attractive women are the ones who are at peace with or without a relationship. I am still going to be the same person in or out of a relationship. I am one person and my partner is a whole person, and together we make a better person. So it's like the idea of 1 plus 1 equals 11. I full heartedly believe that. I'm not going to change who you are, and I hope that you don't change who I am, because at the end of the day, we're our own individuals and we just help uplift each other and bring each other higher, not bring each other down. And I sensed this. It was like this weird phenomenon of like I was everything that he wanted, and I was this like, I have my own career, I have my master's degree, I have this, I have that. And then it almost like flipped and it switched in him. And it like almost like he resented me for all those things that he wanted me for in the beginning. Very much a narcissistic personality, very much flipped like that. Like, oh my God, like you are now resenting me because I'm young, because I don't have kids, because my whole life is ahead of me and I have all these wins so far. And it really rubbed me the wrong way. It really disappointed me in a way I can't even describe. Standards without explanations. I am so sick of having to explain myself to men. So here's the shift that happens when you stop needing them. You stop over communicating, you stop justifying boundaries and giving second chances to like the red flags. So many red flags. Like looking back on it, every time that you're out of a relationship, you will see them even more than when you were in it. But I definitely see the red flags now, and I see how him constantly bringing up his his ex was kind of a red flag. So, the traumas and things that he endured, I just don't think that I was capable of healing. It's going to take a lot of years of therapy for him to come through that. So, you start so like the part of like living without explanations is you start observing patterns. And there was a lot of patterns that I saw with that. And a lot of it was substance use to get over the feelings and things like that. Like, sorry, I'm not keeping track of the bottle of vodka. That's not my job. Sorry, I didn't realize you drank the whole thing and that's why you're calling me dude. So, let's just observe patterns and see what they do under stress. See how they handle stress. See how they handle difficult conversations. And that'll tell you a lot. So, you start observing these patterns and you start trusting actions. So, like, I'm going to trust your actions. And if you're telling me that this is giving you anxiety and this is making your life so hard, I'm going to believe you. Leaving quietly. I was not on my knees begging. I was not screaming. I was not yelling. No, none of that. I just walked up, grabbed my things, and started leaving. Like, so silently, so peacefully, with my head held high the whole goddamn time. So, like, I'm not afraid to leave, and I'm not afraid to leave quietly. I'm not going to leave kicking and screaming and begging you to be with me. That is not the woman I am, or nor the woman I will ever be. So, Wizard Liz is famous for this idea. You don't announce boundaries, you enforce them. I'm not going to go around saying, oh, don't do this to me, and this is my boundary, don't touch me, blah, blah, blah. No, you will know when it's my boundary. Like, I could give you the look that my mom gives me if you really want to know what my boundaries are, but I'm not going to sit around vocalizing them because I am a woman of 2026, and I think you should know what the boundaries are for a woman. Let's just put it that way. And that is a grown woman truth. No speeches, no ultimatums, and no emotional labor. Your absence becomes the consequence. So, good luck trying to find somebody better than me or even half suitable than me. Like, good fucking luck, bro. Like, dude, wish you the best of luck, but you're never going to find one better than this one or that one. Here's the reframe I want to for you to take away from this. If you take anything from this episode, it's you don't need men. You desire partnership. You desire a partner to live your life with, to share your life with, not to have somebody control you, not to have somebody tell you you can't go on girls' trips, you can't do this, you can't do that because of their own insecurities and traumas that they have not addressed. You desire a partnership. We're rewarding things. We're rebranding this year. We're learning a lot, okay? And desire is clean. Desire is playful. Desire is intentional. It is not to get back at somebody or try to have a better relationship than somebody or try to show you off, because let me tell you, they were trying to show me off. And I just wished I would have realized sooner, but here we are. We're not going to kick ourselves while we're down. So, needing is survival and choosing is a luxury. I choose to be with somebody. I don't need somebody. I choose you because of reasons that you have made me believe to choose you. So, don't lie to me. Shara 7 often says, men rise to the level you require when you are willing to walk away. So I was kind of held to a little bit of a higher standard now because I actually walked away. And trust me, on God, he will never hear from me again. You will never even see me. You will see me everywhere, actually, and nowhere at the same time. Because we all know what my. I have some things in the works here. So I have some business opportunities that are about to flourish, and become known to the world. So you bet your bottom dollar you will see me everywhere. But I will never be in the same room as you again. I will never be in that same circle again because I will rise higher and I will be better. But you will see me. So that doesn't mean threatening. It means meaning it. Because when you know you'll be okay either way, you become unstoppable. I feel it. So, returning to self. This episode isn't about closing your heart, it's about closing the door to self abandonment. God did not create you incomplete. Love is an addition, not a solution. God already loves you. Jesus is already inside of all of us in our soul. Jesus loves you. God loves you. Like, He brought him down here on this earth so that we can repent for our sins every day. We are not perfect. We are human, and God understands that. But as long as you have Him in your life and you talk with Him, He will love you wholeheartedly, and He will put all of your worries aside, and He will make you feel loved with or without a man. You are not here to become chosen, you are here to choose. And that's the open view message. We don't need men, we need alignment, we need peace. God, we need peace. So much peace is going to happen this year. I'm so looking forward to 2026. And this is just half of me rebranding myself. Like, there is still so much more to come and so much more that I'm excited for. And we need the self respect, and everything else will find us naturally. So, needing someone gives them power, and choosing someone keeps it with you. And just remember, anxiety is not a chemistry, it's a warning, and your body will reject it if it's not meant for you. On God, for real, for real. So, thank you so much for coming to this episode today. I know it was a short one, but I think it was a powerful one, and I think it was one that we all really needed to hear today. Especially with all of the like breakup season happening right now, and everyone just like going through the holidays. I know it's not easy. Like, I know that this is a difficult time for everyone, but I truly wish all of you the best, and I love all of you so much. And just know that you have it in you to do whatever you put your heart to and whatever your desires are. I believe in you, and we got this, boo. So, love you lots. See you next episode. Till next time. Mwah.